I'm sick and tired of your games, okay? You and I both know that you're guilty. Just admit it.
Why would I rat myself out when I have rat for breakfast?
A stolen 10980XE from my house, 2 missing Threadripper 3 SKUs from Paul's place, and a note left behind written in your handwriting. Yeah, busted.
Congratulations! You must be an Ace Ventura, human detective.
I'm gonna need those processors back now.
No can do, chicken chew. I already mailed them to a Nigerian prince who paid top dollar. He should be sending me money any day now.
Oh. How are Paul and I supposed to create content for these launches when we're missing CPUs?
I don't know. Maybe you two should collaborate.
What?
Collaborate. You speak English?
This video is sponsored by Team Group's Thanksmas sale event featuring their best deals yet on RAM and SSDs, like their T-Force Delta Max. Best-in-class SATA 3 speeds, up to 1 terabyte of storage, and a massive 5-volt addressable RGB display make this a great home for your OS, games, and more. To see what the Thanksmas sale event has to offer, click on the link below. So because LYLE is a crook and I hate him, Paul and I are partnering up today to give you benchmarks for 3 brand spanking new high-end desktop processors from Intel and AMD, which all happen to be launching on the same day. Remember, these aren't your grandma's CPUs. Unless your grandma has a huge demand for multi-threaded performance, extensive I/O, and quad-channel memory support. Work that hustle, Granny. Intel's Core i9-10980XE sports 18 cores and 36 threads, is fully supported on the existing X299 platform with an updated BIOS, and retails for $1,000, making it their cheapest 18-core CPU ever. Hooray, competition. Today it'll be tested against AMD's 24-core 48-thread Ryzen Threadripper 3960X, priced at $1,400, and their 32-core 64-thread 3970X with an MSRP of $2,000. Both chips offer 60 direct PCIe 4.0 lanes compared to just 44 PCIe 3.0 lanes on the 10980XE, and arrive with a brand new TRX 40 platform featuring an STR4 socket that's required to run them. It is kind of a bummer they're not backwards compatible with X399, but it's equally exciting to welcome a new family of boards that's replacing a 2-year-old platform. Looking at our 3 contenders side by side, it's clear that AMD is packing more cores, more I/O, and newer features, so it's a question of whether Intel's recent price cuts can make the 10980XE on old X299 a compelling option. Now, while I had the privilege of testing our Threadripper 3 arrivals, I have to give a huge thanks to Paul for benchmarking the 10980XE and all the other CPUs we'll be testing today, so make sure you check out his video linked below to get his take on these launches, and of course to see how he was bamboozled by LYLE's evil genius.
I guess it's time to get this out of the box.
The fourth high-end processor we're testing today is the Intel Core i9-9980XE, direct predecessor to the new 18-core. For mainstream Intel, we're benchmarking the 9900K and 9900KS at 5 GHz, while mainstream AMD joins the fight with the 3900X and 3950X. All 8 of our CPUs span across 4 different test beds with the specs you see here. Apart from the 9980XE, which used an existing custom loop, monoblock, and 360 radiator, all the other processors were tested with an NZXT Kraken X62 280mm AIO, DDR4 3600 memory, and an Asus RTX 2080 Ti Strix OC graphics card running at factory speeds. In addition to the standard configuration, we did also run the 10980XE a second time overclocked using MCE, Asus AI Auto OC, and slightly faster memory. This will force it to behave more similarly to stock Threadripper 3, which boosts the frequency of all cores based on your cooling solution. The 9980XE was also run with MCE to keep it from using its otherwise conservative stock clock speeds. Now onto the benchmarks, kicking off our CPU tests with Cinebench R20. Right off the bat, the 3970X makes a grand entrance that would make the Kool-Aid Man rethink his life choices. With a multi-threaded score topping 16,000 points, he's quick to nudge Intel and say, "My graph bar is longer than yours." The 10980XE replies, "At least I beat the 3950X. Thank God I've been juicing with MCE." Leave it to the 3960X to break up the fight by standing firmly between them, while the 9900K and KS appear to be lost after taking a wrong turn on their way to a Fortnite tournament. Mainstream Ryzen takes the crown in single-threaded points, but not by enough for anyone to care. In CPU mark, the 3970X is still looking like a snack, but this time his little brother looks over and says, "I thought there were other CPUs in this race." They share a laugh riding shotgun while the mainstream Ryzen twins squeeze in the back with the high-end Intel bros. The 3900X shrugs. "On the plus side, we're not in the trunk with Coffee Lake," to which the 9900K replies with a muffled yell, "On the plus side, our single-threaded scores aren't bad." Oohs and ahs from the crowd as the 3970X pounds a Corona faster than anyone with good taste turns one down. Pats on the back to high-end Intel, who's proven they can still party. Meanwhile, the 3950X looks a little salty that the 3900X was supposed to DD but passed out early. The name of our next test is actually V-Racist, because all these slides are starting to look alike. This brings about many concerns, like not recognizing Seabiscuit after beating a dead horse for this long. And what the hell are K-samples, besides something my Intel K-samples have so few of? In Blender, the 3960X and 3970X re-establish their crushing dominance, while ladies in the crowd yank off and hurl their undergarments. That's why they call us Threadrippers, say the boys with pistol fingers as they whiz by the others. In Adobe Media Encoder, the stock 10980XE manages to edge out the overclocked version of itself before staring in the mirror with a tear in his eye, saying, "I am enough." Elsewhere, the 3950X looks over his shoulder at the 9980XE and asks why he's still selling himself for $2,000. Is it really worth the money? The 9980XE says, "Don't judge me. I do hardware porn because it's empowering." In Handbrake, we see Coffee Lake pull away from dead last for the first time. The 9900KS admits, "I finally ate my Wheaties this morning, plus I have a huge clock." The 10980XE comes close to beating Threadripper, but the 3960X flashes his golden contacts and says, "Can't touch this." But wait, the 24-core may have spoken too soon as we shift to gaming benchmarks. In 3D Mark Firestrike Ultra, the Threadripper chips turn to each other with a simultaneous while falling to last place. See, cores aren't everything, says the 9900KS, who finally made it to that Fortnite tournament. By this time though, the 9900K has acclimated to Suckville. Meanwhile, mainstream AMD begins rising to the top to prove they're the new assholes of the CPU world that are just good at everything, #blessed. The 10980XE calls out the Threadrippers for being workaholics and not knowing how to have a good time, despite their Corona chugging abilities. In Time Spy, the juiced up 10980XE continues to flex its gaming prowess. "Bravo," says the 3970X, "you're better than me at something we weren't designed to do. It's like you have a hidden talent that's cool, but not very useful, like a guy who can puncture coconuts with his finger. If you're Tom Hanks in Castaway, this guy is a god, but everywhere else he's just a cool party trick." You know what, says the 10980XE, stalling for a comeback. In Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Intel's new 18-core once again demonstrates its versatility as a workstation and gaming processor. "Find yourself a chip that can do both," he says while dusting off his heat spreader. Occupying the lower half of the chart, AMD whines louder than an R9 Nano, chalking up their loss to sabotage on account of the game dev being a total Nvidia fanboy. In GTA 5, the 9900KS reminds the world that he's a special snowflake, just like his mom told him.
"You can run anything you want in this life, sweetie, except Red Dead Redemption 2.
He can't get too cocky though. The Ryzen 9s are within butt-sniffing distance, and the 9900K can perform just as well with a little tweak as long as he doesn't overdo it. The high-end CPUs know their place here, and that's at the bottom of the list. They let the mainstream chips have their fun as long as they're home by 9. Closing out our gaming benchmarks, the mainstream CPUs deliver the goods again in Metro Exodus. If only the Tesla Cybertruck demo was rendered at these frame rates, it might have been a lot smoother, cracks the 3900X. This dredges up bad memories for the Coffee Lake boys who were found in an abandoned Cybertruck as children. Meanwhile, the 3970X is sick of playing games. He just wants to go back to the BITBOI tests where his graph bar was the longest. Looking at average and maximum temperatures, the 10980XE stays cool as a cucumber and throws shade on the Threadrippers with backhanded compliments. "You guys are so hot right now." They fire back that life's easy when you have fewer threads than a G-string. At last, mainstream Intel and AMD can finally agree on something. This tea is delicious. When it comes to power draw, the 10980XE sees the dark side of juicing on all cores. The 3970X and 3970X are like, "Don't look at us for an intervention, we're power junkies too." Sitting firmly in first place, the 3900X and 3950X show off how efficient their 7nm architecture is when you're not a raging core whore like their big bros. Holy Toledo! The Threadripper 3960X and 3970X are absolute units when it comes to rendering and other multi-threaded workloads. The 24-core seems to be the better value of the two, coming within earshot of the 3970X in several benchmarks. But there's bound to be a hefty premium on any flagship processor, law of diminishing returns included. Whether they're worth the money depends on how much you value their performance and the unique feature set of the TRX 40 platform. As of now, Threadripper 3 is seeing little competition from their competitor. The overclocked 10980XE falls somewhere between the 3960X and 3950X, as does its price. It could be a viable option if you need high-end features not found on mainstream Ryzen, like more connectivity and quad-channel memory support, and that's assuming you don't plan to leverage PCIe Gen 4.0. The 18-core could also make sense if you're looking to upgrade an existing X299 system, or you don't want to shell out the extra dough for a far pricier TRX 40 motherboard. If the high-end desktop platforms are too rich for your blood, or they're simply overkill for your needs, the mainstream Ryzen 9 offerings are killer values that deliver a solid mix of workstation and gaming performance. Coffee Lake still has a place for maximum gaming scenarios, but frankly, not much else. I'll drop links to all this stuff down below in case you guys are at all interested. Again, huge thanks to Paul for his collaboration on this video, and in a weird way, thanks to LYLE for bringing us closer together. You know, maybe he's not so bad after all. Anyway, before you guys go, feel free to toss a like and subscribe to the channel for more tech stuff coming at you really soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
My plan worked perfectly. Now I may proceed with an even more devious phase 2.